Hello and welcome to tonight's youth segment. Are you as excited as I am? No, I don't think so. Are you? Okay, you convinced me. Okay. Sit down, sit down. Okay, sit down. Anyway, well, tonight we are gonna continue with the music segment. So stay tuned and watch this space. Over to Marnika. Here we go.
Good evening, guys. Marnika here. I hope you guys are warm and that you are good because I am freezing. I'm getting cold as I'm sitting here. But nonetheless, let's go on with the video. Okay, so tonight we will still be on the topic of music, and I chose a song that I'd like us to discuss. The song I chose is I'd Rather Go Blind by Beyonce. It is a love song, and the reason why I chose this song is because it is well known by many of the youngsters today. I can assure you that 9 out of 10 people will know this song, mainly the chorus, so I'd like to focus on the chorus. So the main lyrics that is sung in it is I'd rather go blind, boy, than to see you walk away from me. Okay, so what I want you guys to know is that, okay, mainly focusing on that part now, is that many a times when you sing certain songs or sing along to it, you don't realize it, but those things that you are saying, you are basically speaking over yourself. For example, the part that says I would rather go blind, you saying that is you openly admitting to wanting to be blind. You guys need to be mindful and actually need to look out for this. Be mindful about the things you are singing, the songs you are listening to, because you might not even be aware of it, but you are speaking that over yourself. You might not mean it in that way either, but your tongue carries a lot of power, guys. So whatever you're saying, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, you are speaking it over yourself. On the flip side of this, it can be a good thing also. Like for example, tonight with me, I was warming my food in the microwave, but there was something in the microwave that I took out, wanting to put my food in to warm it, but my mind wasn't there, and then the object I took out, I put back in without putting my food in instead. When I realized it, I was like, wow, that was clever of me. Like, why? Obviously, I didn't mean it in that way. I was being sarcastic, but I said something positive about myself. So I spoke something positive over my life. I did not mean it that way, but because that's what I said, that's what I spoke over my life. You get what I'm saying? So it can be something good or it can be something bad. Most of the time, it would be something bad that you guys are speaking over yourselves without even knowing it. Like the music you are listening to, you may not know what you are listening to or what you are saying when you are singing along, but you would be doing it. Okay, so I want you guys to be mindful about that. And yes, I know we are human. We all make mistakes. Um, but you really have to start thinking about these things. Another thing I also want to bring up is that it does not only apply to music. This can apply to your everyday lives as well. For example, you making a mistake the way I did tonight, but actually speaking something bad over yourself. For example, you forgetting something or you doing something accidentally, ending up saying, "Oh, I was so stupid for doing that. Oh, my dumb self." I myself am guilty of this, so many a times I have to catch myself just saying like, "Whoa, reverse. No, I am not stupid. No, I am not dumb. I am just human. I made a mistake. That is it." So you guys have to be like mindful about these things. Proverbs 18 verse 4 says that a person's words can be like life-giving water, meaning whatever you say, you are speaking life into those things, whether it is something good or whether it's something bad, whether you meant it that way or not, or whether you know it or not, whether you are aware of it or not. So I want you guys to pay more attention to what music you're listening to, what you are saying when you are listening to the music, and also things you are speaking to yourself or speaking over yourself in general, like during your everyday lives. Pay more attention to this, guys, and be mindful about it.
Good evening, everybody. So, for tonight's session, each of us are choosing a particular secular song, and we have to speak about it and say why that song is bad or a bad influence. I actually have two songs, although there are so many that a person can speak about. But the two songs that I chose was um, All Good Girls Go to Hell by Billie Eilish and Little Nash X Call Me By Your Name. The reason I chose these two songs in particular and why I say it's a bad song is because in this music video specifically, and I would actually urge you guys to go look at it, because just as it is important to take note of the lyrics of a specific song, we also have to look at the music videos that are being portrayed and what is being portrayed in the music videos nowadays. And specifically within the lyrics and the music videos, there is satanic imagery, images of Satanism taking place, as well as in the lyrics itself. And specifically in those two songs, they are glorifying hell and they are mocking God, right? Um, in the songs, it also promotes the spirit of rebellion. As I mentioned in my segment of last week, I said there is nothing inherently wrong with any particular secular song. It is, however, the lyrics that determine whether a song is acceptable for us to listen to. If anything leads you to think or get involved in something that does not glorify God, it should be avoided. Um, Scripture in Corinthians 10, verse 5 also states that we should take captive every thought and make it obedient to Christ. These scriptures give a clear picture of the kind of music we should not listen to. Two of the three things are inevitable in the songs that I chose, which was mentioned by Cheston in last week's segment. Number one, those songs does not promote spiritual growth. And number two, it does not promote a godly message at all. That is all from me, guys, sharing on my particular.
Okay, let's dive into the guide. So, there are three things that we need to note. One, the beat. Two, the words. Three, the video. Number one, when we listen to a song, it's usually a catchy melody, or depending on your mood, depending on what you like, depending on what you're looking for, the beat will capture you. Whether you are in a restaurant, you want to listen to some casual music, slow music, soothe music, that captures your mind. So, what does the beat do? It draws you in, number one. It captures your mind, number two. And number three, it changes your mood. When you're sad, you listen to sad, gloomy music. When you're happy, you listen to upbeat music. Right. Number two, words, the lyrics. What we filter in, what we listen to, what people speak over our lives is very important. When you say, like Marnika was saying, what is that song from Beyonce? I'd rather die, or no, I'd rather go blind. You speaking that over your life. I'd rather go blind than to see you walk out of my life, something like that. Anyway, why would you want to say that? So if God must make that possible in your life, just imagine you will never ever ever see again. But God is a loving and gracious God, so we need to be thankful that He doesn't do that in a blink of an eye. But what that could mean is blinding to what God is. So Beyonce could be saying that I would rather go blind to what God is and who He is and rather follow the world. Another topic for another day. So it changes the way we think, the words that we allow in. It changes our perception, how we see things around us. When we look at Ty Dolla and Young Money and whoever, we see the riches, we see the fun that they are having. But it changes who we want to be one day, our perception of becoming successful. Success does not mean rich. That does not mean success. Yes, having wealth is a part of being successful, but it's not the it. And secondly, words plant seeds within us. When you were a young boy or young girl, when you listen to music and you listen to, let's say, Bone Thugs and Harmony or whatever, rough music, all they spoke about is becoming rich when they were also young and whatever. Okay? And when you were young, your goal was to become rich. So that seed is planted. Another topic for another day. Then lastly, it gives life to what we say and what we speak. Like I said, we do not wish to be blind, as Beyonce put it. And then thirdly, video. Very important. When we look at videos, music videos, what we use these two things, eyes, to look at is also extremely important. What we allow in these windows, not good. Because what we see is what we want at the end of the day. That again filters through our mind and changes what we think love is, or what we think success is, or what we think life is about. Because what we see others have and what others do and look like, we want. So now we are lusting over things other people have and not what God has in store for us. We're not focusing our eyes on what God has in store for us, but rather we're focusing on the things that what we see in music videos and what you have it. So there you got it. The beat, the words, and the video. Next week we will go more in depth in these three things. But for now, just chew on that. Be guided to what you're listening to, what the beat is, what the words are, and what the video looks like. Okay. I hope that you guys took in what Marika and Dorianne was saying about how we listen and what we allow in. I got a question. What does a door do? Or what's the function of a door? Well, the function of a door is to open and close, to keep things in and keep things out, right? To hide things or to expose things. If the door is open, you can see in. If the door is closed, you can't see in. And that's these things. Our ears, they are the door. Well, the ears are the doors to our mind and to our hearts and to our souls. So whatever we filter through these doors, what we allow in, is what is going to sit within us and change our mindsets eventually. So be careful what you open your doors to. I hope that you enjoyed this segment. Remember, #spread hope, #be responsible, and #refine.